Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. So, Gervonta Davis, man, I don't really think he has an interest in going over to Saudi Arabia. Let me show you something. What Gervonta says is, they made me mad. If they want me, they got to send me something to my front door, like 2 Ferraris or something. Like before, before I even think about going over there. So I'm gonna be honest with you. What happened? Like that's what I want to know. What happened to make Gervonta Davis say he's not going to Saudi Arabia? You know, because Gervonta Davis hasn't really been in the headlines. There hasn't really been much going on with him. A little BS, him and Devin Haney, you know, typical stuff between competitors. But I don't understand. So here we go right now, where Gervonta Davis has an opportunity, obviously, to go to Saudi Arabia, get paid huge money, and he's already saying, if they want me, they got to send me something to my front door, like 2 Ferraris or something. Man, that's going to be who knows what may happen, because Turki Alalshikh is obviously has some medical issues. But that may be a turnoff to those guys. Like, they don't like that mentality. You see how when they asked about Floyd Mayweather, Turki Alalshikh was quick to be like, no, that's not someone who he considered one of his favorite fighters. And for Gervonta Davis, I can't help but think about Deontay Wilder. You know, an opportunity to make huge money. And I get it. There are things that happen behind the scenes we're not privy to. All we can do is sit here, it's like a puzzle, and try to piece things together so we can kind of get a better idea of what's going on. And as I'm trying to put together this puzzle here with Gervonta Davis, I still don't know what happened to make him feel like they made him mad. But I tell you what, I got enough information to when I start to put things together for me to see what's coming together is Gervonta Davis could be missing out on a huge money opportunity like Deontay Wilder did by not taking that AJ fight back in the day. I don't know. But I've heard people say this before. I don't know if I agree because I'm not a bandwagonist. Al Heyman hurts his fighters. Al Heyman doesn't take care of his fighters. Al Heyman discourages his fighters from making the most money. But that's what boxing fans are saying. And again, clueless boxing fans, right? Because they have no proof of Al Heyman intentionally trying to preclude his fighters from making the most money. That's just people out here, having a conversation, which I think they're totally wrong. But that's my right. But what I will say, and this is a fact, for me, I haven't heard one fighter say anything bad about Al Heyman. And what I have heard people say is he has overpaid his fighters. And what's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? In the grand scheme of things, what's wrong with Al Heyman making sure he takes care of his guys? So again, for Gervonta Davis, we don't want to have a knee-jerk reaction and feel like he's just saying no to gazillions of dollars. Maybe right now he's just like, let's just wait and see what happens. Because obviously Gervonta feels when he returns to boxing, he's going to get a win. And if he fights again, here in the States, he'll probably win that fight too. But by then, the Saudis may really say, you know what, we want him now. He's even hotter than before. But I just think when they talk about having people send Ferraris and stuff to his front door, hey, I mean, if they're going to send it, then great, good for you, Gervonta. But at the same time, you could end up burning a bridge. And I just, why work so hard when you can do things, make things a little bit easier on you, and get on out there to Saudi and take a fight with like a Devin Haney. I don't see what the hang-up is with just making a fight, Gervonta and Devin Haney. I don't see what the hang-up is. It seems like fans are split. Half feel Gervonta Davis will knock out Devin Haney. Some feel Devin Haney at 140 is big and strong and he can hurt Gervonta, and Gervonta doesn't want to get in the ring and deal with that. I hear others talking about when they did spar. There's mixed reviews, but the consensus was Gervonta landed a hard shot early in the sparring session, had Devin Haney out on his feet, but they kept sparring. Gervonta started to fatigue, and Devin Haney started to get the best of him. So again, at this point and where they're both in their careers, I don't know what direction the fight would go. But one thing I do think is, as far as roads they need to travel, why not go to Saudi and sign a 2-fight deal? I'm sure Gervonta Davis can make a guarantee of what he made, maybe more, with all the revenues will total up as far as what he got out of that Ryan Garcia fight. From the ticket sales, the live gate, to the endorsements, to the pay-per-view buys. I am sure the Saudis will probably throw another 10, 15 million on top of that, just to make sure they got him over there so he and Devin Haney can fight. Because remember, Alalshikh wants to see certain things, it sounds like, in his lifetime. Because it sounds like he doesn't know how much longer he has to be here, here with us. And I'm just getting that from what he said in the interview he did the other day. But that being said, I'll go back to this right here. Is this Gervonta Davis' words? Is Al Heyman behind this? Is his team behind this? Is this a case of a Mayweather-Pacquiao thing where, everybody wants me to fight Devin. The Saudis are there. We're just going to wait and let the fight get even hotter. Let me win my comeback fight. Let Devin win his next fight, and then maybe have that conversation. Or is it, I'm not going to Saudi. I'm not going there. I don't want nothing to do with those guys, because maybe they know there's a bit more going on behind the scenes than we're privy to. Now, I already talk about, I'm always talking about the secret society, but, I talk about the relationship and ties with boxing in the Middle East and Kinahan, okay? And what I'm saying, I say that to say this. Maybe if Al Heyman is looking at this saying, no, that's not, all money's not good money, Gervonta, stay on this side. Maybe there's something that he knows, right? And without him coming out here and being open about it to the public, maybe he's just keeping that there within his little crew and saying, you know what, we're going to stay here. Everybody can go get that money. They can do what they want. And when shit hit the fan, that'll be on them, it won't be on us. My guys stay here where we're nice and safe, and don't worry about it. We're going to be just fine. You just watch. Everybody is going out there. The iron got hot in Saudi. They're striking, they're getting their money, but maybe they don't get to keep all that money they get from Saudi when the shit hits the fan. I don't know. Maybe assets get frozen in a year from now, 6 months from now. I don't know. I'm just sitting here looking at it and just trying to think outside the box to understand why a guy like Gervonta Davis would come out here and throw this out there. Like, before I even think about going over there, it's like I want to get something out the deal, and I just don't understand. But anyway, looks like Gervonta ain't trying to go to the Middle East and fight anybody unless it all has to make sense for him. But anyway, we'll see what the future holds for Gervonta and fighting out there in Saudi. Y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. Yeah, I'm in the breeze.